Okay, Mandalorian Chapter 4 is out, and we're here to talk about it. Let's go. Yes, I watched The Mandalorian Chapter 4 this morning. Few things to say about it, obviously. We can talk about the running time. It's actually it was kind of a few minutes, I think, longer than some of the other ones. I think this one came in at 35 minutes once you clip off the what's happened so far and you clip off the 4.5 minutes of credits at the end. Then you end up with about 35 minutes. A little bit longer because there was a little bit more of a story. It seems like they finally thought we might as well create an actual episode that's almost, complete. So, I was at the park. Let's go to wide view here. I was at the park and I was looking around and I saw the Cara Dune Funko Pop and the Kawil Funko Pop. And then there was the ATST Raider. I'm like, wait a minute. This was, of course, before episode 4 had come out, or chapter 4 had come out. There hasn't been an ATST in the show yet. So I'm thinking they're releasing these ahead of time. Because the Cara Dune episode had not aired, which was last night. Then, of course, they have an IG-11, which is probably my favorite character in one episode, killed in one episode. Thank you, Disney. Yes, once again. So let's look over here really quickly at your IMDb, or this is Wikipedia, a little bit about these episodes. So we have, of course, Chapter 1, Dave Filoni, directed, Jon Favreau writing, Rick Famuyiwa. Gosh, I'd hate to be a kid in a class with that last name. Also written by Jon Favreau. Then the Deborah Chow episode, written by Jon Favreau, did a very good job. I think Deborah Chow did a really good job directing that. I looked at some of her other movies that she's done. There's not all identity politic and all that message signaling and crap, so that was good. The questionable one was, of course, Bryce Dallas Howard, because her father, of course, Ron Howard. Some of this we may get a lot of signaling and different things in this episode, but it was written by Jon Favreau. So I'm thinking that might keep some of it out. But we do have our first major action female character coming into The Mandalorian. And it looks like just for this episode. So anyway, let's get to some of the storyline. I'm going to flip of course, the spoiler zone is on because I'm just going over these. Beginning of the episode is some type of village getting shot at. Obviously being attacked by someone. Then we cut to the Mandalorian trying to find some place to hide with Baby Yoda, which we have no other name for Baby Yoda other than Baby Yoda. Okay, so they come to this one planet, and this right here looks an awful lot like the one big cooking area thing in Galaxy's Edge. It has a big, almost like an engine turbine thing up there it doesn't actually come on and try and heat food like in Galaxy's Edge, but it looks very reminiscent of Galaxy's Edge. So I don't know if they're taking things from Galaxy's Edge and trying to put them into this episode so that we can, say, see, this is from Star Wars. See, it really is something from Star Wars. I don't know. So he meets up with the Cara Dune character, and they have a fight right away because she thinks that he's a bounty hunter coming to get her. So they fight, and then after that they make up and say, oh, okay, never mind. And she says that she's a fighter from back when they were trying to clear out the remains of the Empire and stuff. So she's a soldier. So she's actually, trained, has learning, has studying, is intelligent. So not just, I was sitting here at a table and some guy came to me and instantly I'm able to kick his butt. No, just training. I like that. So the Mandalorian's out at his ship and these people come up and say, Can you help us? We got bad people, that are attacking our village, taking our stuff, and we need your help." So he says no, and then he says yes. Okay, fine. So they go there, and Mandalorian gets Cara Dune to go out and help him, and they of course train them how to fight for themselves. And then they go and they look around the Marauder or the bad people's compound and set an explosive, and then they have to fight them off a little bit, and then actually the Mandalorian has a plan and has a way to get out of there because they're kind of trapped, and he has to kind of save Cara Dune a little bit and stuff. And I'm sure a lot of these social justice people are gonna go, identity politic people are gonna go whacked. Why is the man saving the woman? Oh my gosh! But it wasn't that way. I mean, it doesn't play off that way. You could take it that way, but you'd be an idiot. So it's just a natural flow of the fight and how it all ends up, and it makes perfect sense. So, because she's kicking butt right along with them. They're fighting hand in hand. They're fighting side by side. They're equal. They're on equal footing. One is a trained soldier. One is, a trained bounty hunter Mandalorian. They should be able to do the same things. All right. Okay, so they get out of the place where they blow up, and then up comes the red-eyed ATST. I don't know if they're trying to take that from the Rise of Skywalker, where they flip 3PO's eyes to red, probably pointlessly in the movie, just so they could sell red-eyed 3PO toys. But so here we have the ATST coming up, and that was their point of going to this other encampment, to piss them off, to get them to come and attack. So they get there, and the ATST gets there, and it's supposed to, fall into this pond, this water right in front of it, because it's deep. They've dug it out, kind of a trap. Cara Dune has to jump up to another pond area and shoot it. So she's taking the risk this time, people, not him. She's actually going forward. Okay. So she actually does something, and then the Mandalorian goes and does the final blow up on the ATST, and then the Mandalorian says, well, the Baby Yoda is kind of, likes it here. He's having fun. He's doing, enjoying all the kids and everything. So I'm just going to leave him here. It's, having a baby around is not really a bounty hunter kind of thing. We do almost get a helmet removal. We did find out in this episode that if they take the helmet off, they can never put it back on. I guess they can take the helmet off when no one is around and eat and whatever they need to do. If they shower or whatever they're doing, they can do that. But if they take the helmet off and someone sees them with their helmet off, they can never put it back on. So all right. So the lady from the village almost takes it off, and then we see there's another bounty hunter with a tracker who's tracking Baby Yoda, and they realize, and then the Cara Dune shoots the bounty hunter, and then Mando realizes, I can't stay here, can't leave the child here, can't do any of those things, because forever they're going to be wanting and watching and following, and somebody's going to come and try and get the Baby Yoda. So that's the episode. It just completely reminds me of a very safe episode. It's your classic Western tale. So if we go to like High Plains Drifter, right? High Plains Drifter, there's a village that have somebody, there's people that are coming against the village. Then the stranger, the High Plains Drifter, shows the townspeople how to defend themselves. And then, all heck breaks loose. Also, like Three Amigos. That was the whole plot of the Three Amigos in the end. They all end up in Santa Poco, and they all, they rally the villagers to stand up for themselves, kind of thing. So it was a fairly safe kind of, story. It was a fairly safe kind of 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 story. It you know, Western type tale. I mean, there was nothing crazy or spectacular about anything that happened. We didn't get any real new information about the Yoda, Baby Yoda, other than that maybe he likes playing around with other kids. So I don't know if that really means that he's 50 years old, like we were told originally, or, you know. So I don't know. I mean, Yoda was, you know, very hundreds of years old. So I don't know if this is just how they, you know, how the Yoda species, since we don't have a species or a name or anything, that would be good, Star Wars, to, you know, give it a name and let people stop calling it Baby Yoda and, oh, that species, the Yoda species. But they don't get it. Okay, so, I mean, it was good. I mean, it was a good episode. I'm going to give it another 8 out of 10. Right, I'm liking it. There was nothing really new and unique. The storyline was playing it safe, but it was entertaining. I mean, it had battles and storylines, and, you know, just no real extension of the plot other than things that we already know, that people are already trying to get the Baby Yoda still, and that this is going to be Mandalorian's plight for the rest of the series and into the second season, because we already know that it's been news that, you know, Rian Johnson visited the set of a season 2 Mandalorian set and said, "Oh, Baby Yoda's still there." Well, okay, so did you spoil that for everybody? No, because we figured that the whole show is going to be about the Mandalorian and how he deals with the Baby Yoda. But the news that he wants to direct one is, I think, devastating. I think that if he does direct a Mandalorian episode, it's going to kill the series, because it's going to be all about, he's going to bring it all back. It's going to be all about everything that he is. Even the latest film, that, not to go derail this episode to something else, but even the latest Knives Out movie, that's all about, you know, hating on Trump, women are invincible, men are stupid, you know, all that. That's all from all the trailers and all the things that I've read about it. That's all that it's about. And a few people went and saw it, so it's already, Wednesday was 8 million, Thursday was, so it's down 26% over a day. I did notice, if I go to my Cinemark here and look at the showings, the matinee showings have some seats sold, which is like $4. You go anything out of the matinee showings, $0. So people are going to the cheap seats because they're not sure if they really want to see this film, and they're not really willing to give, you know, Rian Johnson, I think this one had like a couple of seats. So this one has like 30 seats sold, 20 seats sold. And then this one has 4 seats sold. So anytime it gets away from the cheap seats, Sunday should be good, because coming this Sunday, because most of the cheap seats are in the afternoon. You can get real good cheap seats. Oh, wait, no, 0. Sorry. No one's going to see the film on that time. Anyway. So hopefully that doesn't happen. The Mandalorian is on a good pace, you know, to go through all of this. I mean, the next one is going to be directed and written by Dave Filoni, so he understands Star Wars. He understands what everybody wants in Star Wars. So we're just going to keep going, and it's just the same directors on down the line. The only one, episode 6, is going to be different writers than Favreau or Filoni, so that one, we'll have to see how that episode comes out, whether that's going to be good or bad. So if season 2 comes up here and shows an episode Rian Johnson, written by Rian Johnson, you know the show will be doomed. That will be, actually, it'll create a ton of YouTube videos out of that, because we can continue to point out the problems with Rian Johnson and his movies and the things that he does. That there's a whole group that Phantom Menace that doesn't like it. So, all right. So let's get back to here. So, Mandalorian, like I said, I liked it 8 out of 10. Hopefully this pace will continue. Looks like it's going to with the directors and writers that are coming for the rest of the season. And I think if they keep it with these longer episodes, a little bit longer episodes, they can put a little bit more story into it. They can give us a little bit more content with just, here, because he was in this village, he actually had to talk to other people, and we're getting some interactions and things like that. So that was good. I liked it. All right. Well, so thanks for watching this one. Stay tuned for more Star Wars content, more computer technology content, more photography content, because that's what I do. And if you're out there and you're watching videos and it's a smaller YouTuber, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because that's the only way that we as small creators can keep our channels going, and not just myself, but anybody that's out there. Just it doesn't cost anything to like, share, and subscribe something. So there you go. All right. Thanks for watching this one. Take care.